Alright, so here's my little CB300F. I have about 50 miles on it. I'm gonna do the initial oil change. Normally, on motorbikes, the first oil change is at 600 miles, 1,000 kilometers. But I'm kind of anal about my when I have a new motor. I always like to do it in, usually within the first 100 miles. Then after that, I'll do the 600 mile one as well. And this motor has been the recall has been done on the for the crank. The little I think they screwed up on the machining or something. Anyways, so they've replaced the crank. So basically, I want to make sure whatever initial flakes or whatever metal flakes a bit and such gets removed. I'm gonna keep the oil filter in. I won't do that. Basically, when it's new, there's in the friction there's a lot of millimetric particles. If they're big enough, the oil filter will catch it, which is fine. If it's smaller than that, it'll go through and it will be suspended in the oil. So I want to get rid of all that suspended stuff that's in the oil. So I'm gonna leave this in place and I won't change this until 600 miles. So I'll be using my normal Rotella T6. Honda recommends, actually all the Japanese motorcycle companies, they say use Jazo. Jazo is its Japanese standard. Jazo MA, so this is what it is, Jazo MA. So that means it's good for wet clutches. But this one is a 540. Looking at this, it's a 540. Looking at the owner's manual for this bike, they say to use because of being echo and everything, and they're trying to reduce gas mileage, have improvement in gas mileage. Nowadays they're using thinner and thinner oil. So looking at the owner manual, Honda says to use 1030, so that's pretty thin for a motorcycle, but it works. But that means it just won't last as long. The viscosity will get down quicker from 30 down lower versus from 40 down lower. So anyway, so this one is 540, which is fine, fully synthetic. Let's see. So I might try to put these in here. One of these, I'm not sure if this will fit or not. So I have a Fumoto valve. I have two different styles. One is a 12. Actually they're both 12 by 1.5. I think that's the same. Thread pitch as this bike is, but I'm not sure. Because I know this thread pitch here, I bought these for the Monkey and the Super Cub, but they don't fit, not because of the thread, because of this head. It's too big basically. And this one might be the same as well. Let's look at it. So there is the right there, you can see that's the oil drain plug right here. And you see right in front of it, there's this part of the engine case is this tab. So this tab might be in the way of those valves. So that's how it was on the Super Cub and the Monkey. So I wasn't able to put those valves in. So this might be the same way. It looks like it is. So we'll see how it goes. So this bolt here is a 12 millimeter. So let's do that. I actually need to get a oil pan. Let's get it underneath here, right next to it. So see it's staying on right. Tighten. So this is my new wrench. I got an order from Amazon for 20. What is it? $28 or something like that. It's actually got real fast. So it has a little bend here, but also it has a flex head right here as well. So first time using it. Hopefully it works well. Let's see. Let's go back to this bolt here. There it is. Loosen it first.
Okay, so it's loose. Put the oil pan underneath there, and just my hands. So I've been back from my ride for almost half an hour now, maybe even an hour. So let's take this out. I see the drain bolt washer. Let me dislodge the drain bolt washer real fast. Right there. Okay. Let's get this out. Gotta be quick about this, otherwise it's gonna spill oil all over my hands. I have a feeling it is. Oh, it was. Oh, it wasn't too bad. The oil's still pretty clean. Oil's still pretty clean, but we'll see. Once it drains out, we'll shine the camera and the light into the oil, and we'll see how much metallic flakes there is in there. There always is a lot when the engine is new, so I'm expecting to have a pretty good amount of metallic flakes. While that's draining, I'm gonna get my plugs ready here. Let's see. Let me compare my plug to the valves that I have here. Hopefully this fits. I don't think it is. Looks like it might not. These fancy valves. So the threads match on the Fumoto valve, so that's good. But the question is, will it spin on? So let's see. I can see this first one, it won't work because that valve won't spin. Let's look at this second one. This valve could stay fixed, or I shouldn't say fixed. I should say stationary. This valve will stay stationary, and the threads will spin on. We'll see how that goes. Give it another minute to drain out. I'm gonna rock the bike back and forth a little bit. I always do this with all my bikes. So right now it's leaning to the left. I'm gonna lean it over to the right. That way, whatever oil is trapped in whatever spots come out. Go to the right, lean it back to the left. It gets whatever extra amount of oil out. That seems to always help, from my experience. You know, after getting get more oil out. And you can see it's dripping more now than it was before I leaned it. Right. Okay, let me lean it. Looks like it's dying down, but let me lean it one more time. I think that's about it. That first lean definitely made a difference. The second lean seems like it's about the same. I'll do one more time, I think. Okay. Alright, so I'm prepping the promoter valve right now. Hopefully this thing works. Hopefully there's enough clearance. It'd be sweet if it is. It makes changing oil faster. If not, then oh well. It is what it is. So now it's just dripping. I'm gonna drip down a little bit. I don't want that drip to drip down onto the valve and all over my hands. So drip a little bit. Wipe off some of this oil on the exhaust pipe here. Wouldn't matter because when you actually get it going, running, whatever oil is on the exhaust pipe will just burn off. So that's no big deal right there. Wipe this spot where the oil seal is. Just wipe that, whatever dirt that's right there. Potential dirt. Okay, so let's get this up in here, and this is the moment of truth. See if this is gonna work. So basically, I'm gonna have to place the valve like this, and you see how the thread is right there, and how the valve is right here. Right, like so. So hopefully it clears that little tab that where the engine case is. If it doesn't, that'll suck. If it does, sweet. So the guy that the shop where I bought this bike from, they had to do the recall, the crank recall. I can actually see the gasket material here. All this gray gasket material on there. Let's see if this clears. I hope it does. Ooh, looks like it might. Oh my God. Man, I don't like that angle. How the elbow where the drain is, it's actually angling up instead of down. So I might not use this. Looks like it might not be very practical. So this is where the drain is right here on this side. So it's angling up right now. And it looks like it's not cleared. Nope, I take that back. It did not clear. Oh, that's too bad. That sucks. It doesn't clear. It's too big. It is too big. It does the spot where it's machined, it doesn't clear. Or the spot next to it, I should say. That's too bad, so I have to go back to just using the regular old clutch washers, sealing washers. Oh well. Oops, that's worth a shot. So let me show you why it didn't clear. So you see how it's machined, and on this side here, where the drain plug is, its machine is kind of recessed in. On this side here, where my fingertip is, it's actually higher.
So the drain valve, because it's wide, the base of it is wide, it sat on this piece, and it didn't seat on the machine face of the where the drain plug is, so it doesn't fit. That's too bad. Oh well. Oh well. It just means I have to use the good old drain plug with a crush washer. Okay, that sucked. That was too bad. Okay, let's get the drain plug back in there then. So I'm actually going to reuse the crush washer here. These crush washers are usually good for 2 uses. These aluminum crush washers, they're usually good for 2 uses. So now I'm looking at it real fast here. So I'm looking at it real fast, and I want to see if it, see how much it was crushed. Looking at it, it actually didn't look like it got crushed much. I don't think. Okay, let's stick this back in there. Video's longer than it needs to be because I was trying that Fumoto. But oh well. So oil level on this bike, if you don't change the filter, it's only 1.5 quarts, I think. Was it 1.5 quarts or liters? Quarts. 1.5 quarts. If you do change the oil filter, it's 1.6 quarts. So it's not much. It's basically a bottle and a half of oil, or just barely over a bottle and a half of oil. Since I didn't change the filter, well, I'm not going to change the filter. I'm only going to put in 1.5 bottles of oil. That's enough. So yeah. Let's get this thing tightened down. So I think the torque on this is pretty low. It's something like 8 or 9 foot-pounds, maybe 7 foot-pounds, something like that. But you can feel it actually. You can feel the crush washer getting crushed when you tighten it down. That's the feedback that you get, so you know how much pressure to use. If you don't have a torque wrench, or you don't want to use a torque wrench like me. I suppose I could use a torque wrench on this, but I've never had problems with drain plugs coming loose on me without using a torque wrench. So I'm not going to use a torque wrench. I just went by feel by the crush washer, the sealing washer crushing down. And that's how it works. That's how a sealing washer works, because it's aluminum. It's softer, so as you tighten it down, it crushes down and seals against the mating surface. Because even though that surface is machined, it's not 100%, meaning it's not like 100% flat, and the bolt that you're using is not 100% flat and smooth either. So there's potentially that the fluid could leak through. Okay, so let's adjust the camera to the top side now. So here on top, here's the oil fill, and you have your oil level here. And since my jug here is brand new, And I know this is it's a 1 gallon. 1 gallon, so that means 1 gallon is 4 quarts. 3.7 liters, but 4 quarts. So I'm gonna need 1.5. So I'm gonna bring it down to 4. Let's see, quarts is on which side? Quarts is on this side. So I'm bringing it down. I'm gonna drain it down to let's see, 4, 3. That would be 1, 2.5. That would be 1.5 quarts, right? 2.5, 3.5, 4. Yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna fill it a little bit, double check this and make sure it's at this level, and I will call it good. Right. So actually, you need to wipe this. It's all dirty out here. Dirty around there. Dusty. Ooh, you see all this hair? That's dog hair right there. That's my dog. Actually, just look at the oil. Let's see how it's metallic. See that? You see the swirling. See that? Definitely metallic, for sure. See all the metallic? See how it's like the lines? That's metal right there. Tiny micro metal particles. Those are the particles that the oil filter couldn't catch. So yeah, that's the reason why I do the first oil change. Usually, before the manufacturer says to do it, for that very reason. So now I'm just gonna fill it up. So I don't think you guys need to see this. Anyways, to check this, the bike has to be level. So right now the bike's not level, so I won't be able to check this. That's why I'm gonna use the method where because this thing is 4. Actually, no, this side is liters, this side is quarts. So the thing is 4 quarts. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. So I have to bring it down to 2.5 quarts. So I know that means I used up 1.5 quarts from wherever 4 quarts is up right here to 2.5. Then I know I have 1.5 quarts. Okay, so that's it. I'm not gonna film the pouring. I don't think you need to see that. All right, thanks for watching.